Ba-dun-dun-dun-dun. G.I. Joe is the codename for America's daring, highly trained Special Missions Force. Its purpose? To defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world. Yo, bingers, welcome back. Thanks for clicking. Today we're checking out from 1989, Marvel Comics G.I. Joe Special Missions, issue 23. Now, this was a spin-off of the popular Marvel regular G.I. Joe line here, and this is one of my earliest comics, quite influential on me. Let's get the credits here. Larry Hama is our writer, Herb Trimp artist, Neil Yomtov colors, Phil Felix letters, Bobby Chase editor, Tommy D EIC. And if you're wondering about the thumbnail, just follow along and you'll understand what I'm getting at. And I'll do my best to do the voices as they are in the cartoons. Check out the attention to detail, the magazines and the casings and stuff, everything going along on here. All right, here we go. Let's get with the program, ladies. You want to break some hearts, you gotta shoot better than that. Pa-da-da-da, pa-da, boom! You know, you could have been excused from this, muskrat. You don't have to zero a shotgun. And right off the bat, they tell you that battle sight 0 to calibrate the sights of a weapon to make sure it's shooting where you're pointing it. And you see that they're on aircraft carrier. I'm guessing that's the flag. Real quick, I also want to show, look at the attention to detail, how they got their backpacks, rucksacks, we're going to call them, next to the Tomahawk helicopter, and in a different angle, how they got it in here. Just attention to detail, I love stuff like that. But okay, back to the story. You don't have to zero a shotgun. I know that, Leatherneck. I just like to hear it go bang. Cease fire, clear your weapons, gentlemen. Run a swab down the barrel and rag the bolt face. No disassembly. Here comes Wild Bill with our mission orders. It's about time. If we had to hang fire any longer on this mission, Starker would have us out on police call. That reminds me. Pick up that brass. Look, there's Wild Bill. Yeehaw! We're here. You got your orders? All 27 copies. At least I had 27 copies. Who thinks up these missions, Keel-Haul? The same people who have always sent soldiers out to do dirty work, Duke. Bureaucrats with vested interests. Hey, check these orders out, Stalker. Looks like we gotta take along a new guy on this mission. No way. He hasn't trained with us. We don't know if he's qualified or whether he's stand-up. And besides, he missed the mission briefing. You want to tell the man? Alright, I'll square it away with him. The new guy's name's Scoop and he goes. DOD, that's Department of Defense, wants documentation on all supposed covert operations. Scoop will videotape everything so that the brass will have nice home movies for the Senate investigations. Mount up and get going. If I could do the voice of Duke from G.I. Joe, I wouldn't be here talking to you. No offense. I'm Tunnel Rat. And you're now my AG, that's Assistant Gunner. You get to carry the spare barrel and lots of heavy ammo. And soon they take off. Look, I know that it's natural for a tightly knit group like yours to resent an outsider. But I have my orders and nobody gives a rat's fanny about your being an outsider. All we care about is whether your lack of experience, your stupidity, clumsiness, cowardice, or even your body odor is going to get the rest of us killed. Well, that certainly cleared the air. We're over open water. There are no boats around. Lock and load, let them rip. What was that for? You want to make sure your weapon works, dummy. You can't test fire on the LZ. I'm surprised you don't tell you LZ is landing zone. I'm hit and run. Let me check your gear out. Everything's according to SOP, standard operating procedure. That's not good enough around here. Did you check the fit of every bullet in your rifle's chamber before loading them into your magazines? Every bullet? That hardly seems necessary. This ammo is contracted out to the lowest bidder. A slightly bulged case will jam up an M16A2 instantly. What if you're covering me in your weapon jams? Here, let me chevy that rifle sling for you. What could be wrong with the sling? You want to get rid of the swivels that make noise. And if you tie the strap to the front sight post, like so, you can sling it up front where it'll be ready to use. Anybody got any green tape? We all carry our compasses on the left side pocket, maps on the right side. What difference does it make which pocket that stuff is in? If you buy yourself a one-way ticket to Arlington, we have to know where essential team equipment is. Saves us having to search your body. Well, that's true too. Even in like I know firefighters where they'll carry their first aid pack is always on the same place on every firefighter. That way if they get hurt, because if you get hurt, they're not going to use their med pack. They're going to use yours, right? Because you're coming out off the battlefield. So there's no point in you leaving with like useful things. I mean, you've only got one bandage, right? You're going to need two. A bullet tends to make a hole going in and another one on the way out. They didn't tell us any of this stuff in training. Of course not. They'd never be able to get anybody into the field. Here's one I've heard about. Should I tie my dog tags on the tongues of my boots? You know, to help in identification in case... And they all look at them and... Don't worry about your remains. You're going to have enough to worry about just staying alive. Guess that was a pretty silly thing to say. Joke's on me, friend. I don't want to be your friend. What if you turn out to be a flake in combat? If you're a liability, I'm going to have to deal with you. Comprende? I went through the course. I was supposed to be a full-fledged Joe. You had to be some kind of tough to make it through the course. But all that proves is that you could take it. Out in the field, we find out if you could dish it out. We're approaching the coast of Cerro Gordo. It's always Cerro Gordo. Prepare repelling gear. Listen up, Scoop. Our mission is an ambush and a snatch. El Jefe, the leader of the Cerro Gordo counter-revolutionaries, has been kidnapped by Destro's Iron Grenadiers and taken to a secret jungle hideout. Seems El Jefe reneged on some deals he had made with Destro. Our job is to get him out. He's a slimy weasel, but he's our slimy weasel. We don't expect you to take part in this. You haven't trained with us, and we don't know you. All you have to do is stay alert and hand Tunnel Rat the barrel when he needs it. You take your home movies and stay out of our way. And don't mess up. 5 minutes to insert your point. I think the new guy's gonna work out. He better. I want total noise discipline from here on. Hand signals and mouth-to-ear whispers. Form up a security circle on the LZ while I'll take a compass reading. We move out and across. Tunnel Rat takes point, Leatherneck pulls drag. Muskrat left flanker, Hit&Run right flanker. What about me, Stalker? Scoop, you're third and foul between me and Leatherneck. Good luck and happy hunting. And they tell you just they rappel down, form out in a circle. Stalker takes his compass reading, figures out where they're going, and move out and across. It's army training. Hours later, silent signal for rest break, hide, and radio check. Muskrat's the RTO. He should be buried in Scoop's slot instead of pulling flank security. RTO's radio operator. See, that's what, when I said, I don't know, call it boot camp, basic training, field training, whatever like that. But being a little kid, you're learning a bunch of little stuff about, Army military stuff. You want the Boy Scout out there guarding your flank? Get real. Rest them up in long haul position. Alternate chowing down and keep them watch. Soon. That camera is too loud. It could give our position away without some cover noise. And make a lens hood out of ration cardboard and green tape. That lens reflects light. Now obviously they're whispering here. It doesn't make any sense to be whispering on a video. Rook up. 2 dense for flankers here. Single file. They're going through the jungle. Now I don't know if they showed it right. If this branch is supposed to be slapping back Muskrat in the face, should have had smack or something like that. But he says, "Don't let the branches snap back. Just pass it back to me." It's all right. Signals to be quiet. Someone's coming down the trail. Just a farmer. Sit tight until he's gone. Shortly, silent signal for move out. Hours later. We're into mountain scrub. Easier going from here on, but less cover. Break. 5 minutes. We'll chow down at the ambush site. Here we go. He's glug 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 drinking his canteen. What are you doing? A half-empty canteen sloshes. Hear that? Bad guys hear it too. If you drink, finish off the whole quart. And then the other, I've heard that since a little kid. If we put a hustle on, we can make the ambush site before dark. Move it out. Stick to the high ground. We want to approach the ambush site from above. Soon. That's it. That's the trail our target's going to stroll down. Move down quietly. We don't want to displace any vegetation or scar up bare dirt. That bend in the trail is perfect. An automatic weapon can enfilade the whole kill zone from there. Excellent cover upslope for flank and firing positions, and plenty inviting cover on this downslope that can be wired with claymore mines. Perfect. A textbook ambush site. This will look great on videotape. It's too perfect. The bad guys will stay well clear of it. We could do better. It's a commercial break here. We have to sneak back along the trail. That's it. See that little dip there with the big tree next to it? This is where the bad guys will stop to check out that perfect ambush site up ahead. There's a little cover here, and they can send out flankers through the bush while they keep an eye on the trail. A little bit of cover will make the main party bunch up just the way we want them to be. We set up here, circle around into position. Never go directly to a position. Tunnel Rat, Scoop, and I will set up claymore mines along the trail. Leatherneck, Hit&Run, Muskrat will take all the rucks except the radio back along the withdrawal and evasion route to rally point. After we spring the ambush, we're going to have to make tracks fast, so the packs will slow us down. We'll set half our claymores to fire down on the trail from above. They'll be wired to blasting machines at our flanking firing positions. And claymore mines do say that. This is well before the Punisher movie that everybody complained about. Now we circle around and set up claymores on the downslope, where the bad guys will naturally take cover after we start popping caps. We set these up with tripwires, jury-rigged from Swedish clothespins and Belgian plastic spoons. We don't want to leave any incriminating American debris around after the bad guys fall down and go boom. Now this is so specific and kind of off, like just that this makes me think this has got to be real. This is like how they do it. They use all done. Now to circle back to our ambush positions. And we got the jungle at night. No sleeping. The target will be coming down the trail tonight. If you eat any freeze-dried rations, don't reconstitute them. The smell carries. Scarf them down, dry, and chug a canteen. You got the starlight scope, stalker? That's affirmative. They can't even use the dark to sneak past us. I've never been so tired in my whole life. Can't keep my eyes open. It can't possibly hurt just to close them for just a few seconds. It's not really like I was going to actually sleep or something like that. Really. Ready? Ba-ba-ba! Feed me! We're definitely in the doo-wah-diddy now. What happened to the ambush? There were twice as many as we expected, and all Iron Grenadiers. Not even a tenth of them were in the kill zone. Don't stare at the flash. You'll lose what's left of your night vision. Too late, I got them dancing lights in my eyes. Which way are the Iron Grenadiers coming from? Just pick a direction, they're all around us. I have to carry out my mission. I gotta get some of this down on videotape. But there's nothing to take pictures of. Iron Grenadiers ain't stupid. They don't run out from behind perfectly good cover just so you can snap the picture. Those boys are coming on strong. Fall back, they're charging the ambush. Up the hill, avoid the downslope. Take the fight to them. We're big and tough and we take no guff. We're the Iron Grenadiers. Keep up the volume of fire. Get some illumination up there. Flares, Willie Peter. Get that recoilless rifle firing. Beehive rounds. Shred the hilltop. Eat a few hundred hot fichets, Joes. Spread out. Sweep the whole hill. Move it out. We gotta go. We're falling back in Overwatch along the evasion route. Can you find your way to the rally point in the dark? I'm supposed to tape all of this. You're gonna tape the inside of a body bag if you don't start moving. I don't want to have to drag your sorry bleeding carcass back to their action site. I'll be drag or shoot all the way back. I get the point, but I'm going to get what I can on tape. I don't even see the guys. We were supposed to snatch. El Jefe was his name? He probably stayed home where it was safe. Keep moving. The further we travel in the dark, the more the enemy will have to spread out to find us. You're always so practical, Stalker. You gotta lighten up and Sorry, Hit and Run. I never learned how to That's about as funny as a bullet through the knee. You asked for it. Here's the rally point. Either you rocks and run. Destro! They're following right up our own evasion route. Good thing me and Muskrat rigged a little surprise. Claymores. Baboosh! There they go. Muskrat must have got to the blasting machines. This is incredible. Nobody's ever taken a shot like these before. I wonder if I'm eligible for a Pulitzer. Put that camera down and feed me. We gotta lay down some cover fire so our boys can get a head start. Okay, if I tape while I load. Brrr. See how the tracer's just dropping off? The rifling's shot out. Got no muzzle velocity. Gotta change the barrel. Put on the glove and... Tunnel rat! Tunnel rat! Get up! How do I change the barrel on this thing? There are joys lying all over the trail. Wah! He kicks the weapon. Now that you're going to die! You've had it. That's right, I've had it. And I'm not taking it anymore. You hear me? I said, do you hear? And he blacks out. Later. It's about time you came to. Been waiting in the air for an hour. Tunnel rat, you're alive. I'll scar up some, but it ain't nothing to collect disability over. You did real good, kid. You're a real Joe now. The mission was a failure. The target never showed up, we got compromised, and I smashed the camera, ruining all the tape I shot. We just went through a whole horrible experience for nothing. What do you mean for nothing? You're still kicking, ain't you? So I don't think that's strong of an ending, but I did enjoy like the first half of it. Like I said, you know, field training for little kids. I'm gonna flip here. There's some cool ads in here. As strong as Wolverine's claws are, they cannot cut through the poly whatever protective bags. How about that? Letters page on here, pretty cool. Look, Batman. My older brothers had this Dungeons and Dragons figure. That was cool. Look, Punisher versus Wolverine. This is what I want to show you. There's a profile on Dwayne McDuffie. So we got Stan's soapbox. Check off your checklist there. All right, everybody. Pretty good. Like I said, I enjoyed the first half here where you're learning all these military tips. That is so specific information. I think that somebody did something. And there, you can read the ad. That's like your commercial break. Okay, did you read it? Okay. Thanks, everybody. I'm not going to tell you how YouTube works. Thanks for hanging out. And until next time, I'll see you in the back issues. Yo, Joe!